Welcome to Coming In Hot. Oh. Welcome to Coming In Hot. Thank you live from Airplay Beats for the intro music. We are recording live from Darling New Media Studios in Midtown Sac. Now, from Slm Husky's in the building. What up, Mo?
What's up, man? I gotta correct you. It's Nashville style pizza, man.
Oh, Nashville style pizza. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just start right there. What's the difference between Nashville pizza and Detroit pizza?
I mean, it's just our thing, it's just gonna be us. It's just, it's just flat bread, with premium toppings, artisan style. We do it like a cornmeal base on it. So yeah, it's a Nashville thing. Yeah.
Okay, I feel you. Like even with me, man, like I'm making hot chicken out in Sacramento. People are like, "Oh, you from Nashville?" I'm like, "I've never been to Nashville." Like so, it's Nashville inspired for sure.
Yeah.
So
you gotta come to the Ville though to get it though, man.
My sister was just there. I was supposed to go, and then the pandemic hit, bro.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be there sooner or later. Okay.
All right. We're gonna let you slide, man. You gotta come now.
Yeah. No, I tell people straight up, like I'm just like, hey, this is a business opportunity. I came with a delicious recipe, and people like it, and that's what we do, right, Mo?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So Nashville roots. Where in Nashville are you from? You got two other business partners, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So how did you guys, get together? What's the vibe like? How did Slm Husky start? This is your story, so let's hear it.
So I'm from East Nashville. Me and EJ, we're from East Nashville, and Clint is from South Nashville, Antioch, suburb outside, a little bit outside Nashville. But anywho, me and EJ we met in second grade, so we've been hanging since. I'm 36. All of us are 36, so we've been rolling since then. Mm-hmm. And then we met Clint in high school. He went to a rival high school. Mm-hmm. But he was still cool. And then he ended up signing to TSU to play football, and so did I.
Okay.
EJ got on at TSU with a presidential scholarship, so we all just went to TSU. EJ and I were roommates. Clint was down the hall, and we just been rocking since grade school.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And then as far as our business ventures and whatnot, Slm Husky's is our actually third business venture. Our first one, we had a moving company that we started probably 3 years after college. Okay. And we ran that company from 2010 to 2017. And we sold that company. And in the midst of that, we was already starting working on Slm Huskies.
Okay.
So man, we came up with the whole concept back in 2015. We bought a garage down the street from where the original restaurant is, and it kind of reminded us of y'all's like Oak Park a little bit, which was attracted to us to go to Sacramento. Maybe a little bit more rough than Oak Park, but it felt like, Oak Park felt like home. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, we bought a garage over here.
Hold on 1 second. Because Oak Park you know, it's tough, you know, like when I was growing up, you know,
Yeah,
like you didn't
yeah,
roll to Oak Park. I don't know when it got gentrified, but you know, you can get deep in Oak Park, man. Like no, you, you in North Oak Park, you start getting
yeah.
up in the middle there, boy. We got, but yeah, go ahead, man.
Nah, I feel you. Or let me say this: the gentrified Oak Park, like you know, we heard the stories. You know what I'm saying? But when we got there, it was like, dang, this the hood. You know what I mean? So,
I hear you.
but but anyway, so now you know, so back home, you know, it's the same type of neighborhood. Gentrification is running rampant, and we all know the story behind that.
Yes, sir.
But anyways, we purchased a garage over here, and we just started getting in the lab, man. We called it the Mad Pizza Lab. We just get in there, and we, you know, we just had, it was no heat in there, no AC. So summertime it was hot, winter times it was cold. You know what I mean? No hot water in there. We were just working. We just came with the whole concept, man, and you know, here we are today with 8, 9 restaurants.
Great.
Uh, yeah, in the south, and one in Sacramento. So yeah, it's been a good journey.
So, you know, like we're going from, you know, TSU, then you're in a moving company. Why a moving company? Because I know a lot of people get into that. Like it's crazy. Like the entrepreneurs that come out of college, it's crazy that the moving company is like one of those bridges to the next thing. Because I've heard the moving company sell it and then go to the next thing. Why the moving company? Why pizza? Because
Yeah,
pizza's everywhere.
yeah. Well, that's the reason why, because pizza is everywhere. So we knew we could sell it. You know what I mean? Um, but anyways, the moving company, man, it was one of those things where so myself and one of our other friends, we worked at a moving company, 2 men in the truck when we were in college, just on like, you know, you on scholarship, but you know, we wasn't getting money, like they wasn't giving us money to live off of. So when we had these like winter breaks, summer breaks, we would always have to find a job. So I ended up working at a moving company, probably like my junior year, Christmas break. And I mean, it was hard work, but it was cool. I was working out and stuff, so it wasn't like it was just terribly hard. Then we got out of college. I went off. I was an air traffic controller in Michigan, and Clint was working in sales, and EJ was a financial analyst. And man, I just hit him up. I just like, yo, I got burnt out on air traffic control. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was ready to get back south. And man, I hit him up. I was like, hey, I got an idea for a moving company. You know, we won't reinvent the wheel. We'll just put a little spin on it. So we made it eco-friendly, renting trucks on biodiesel fuel,
Nice.
recycled all our customers, moving materials, all the cardboard boxes, planted 2 trees after every move through a nonprofit.
Nice.
So anyways, man, it was just low cost. We started that business with $3,000. You know what I'm saying? And I knew, you know, we were smart, but you know, if anything, we were young and we had strong backs.
Yeah.
And we knew we wanted to make something work. So yeah, it was just low cost, man. Low cost startup. We didn't have a rich uncle or anything like that to give us a bunch of money and, you know, jump out there and start flipping houses or whatever case, whatever people do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With a rich uncle, right? You
Yes.
know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes. Yes.
So it was a low cost startup, man. And then pizza, honestly, the same thing. After we sold the business, I mean, we had some bread, but you know, we didn't want to take all the money and just go throw it right back into the business and not retain anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we knew that pizza, you know, Americans love pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, tacos, chicken. You feel me?
Yes.
And yeah, granted it's everywhere, that's fine, but we knew if we could put a spin on it and offer something new, then you know we would have an audience. And so our
Yes.
spin was the type of pizza, the size of pizza, the name, and also like infusing just our culture, how we grew up, just listening to hip hop music or rap music, however you want to say it, R&B, 90s R&B, you know, the early 2000s R&B, and art. You know, we were always into the arts. So So we just wanted to put that into the mix, and that was the spin on it, and it took off.
Yeah. So you said you're in the pizza lab. What was the first pizza? Because we all have, like as restaurateurs, we all have that one signature aha moment where you're like, because if you're out there and you're trying to start a business, you got to start it with one thing, correct? And then you build on top of that. I started with a chicken sandwich, and then I built on top of that. It wasn't Nashville when I started it. It was just a regular old chicken sandwich because I was at UC Davis. I was serving on the campus with my food truck, and nobody ate beef and pork there. And I didn't have any. And so I was like, fuck, I got to come up with some type of chicken. And everybody, so the handheld going to different classes. So I was like, I got to do a chicken sandwich. So that's what I built on. What was that one signature dish that you and your partners were like, okay, or was it the style of pizza that you built on?
Nah, it was kind of like what you said. Like, I think it was, with pizza. So with chicken, you got chicken. You can season it however you want it. You can add the spice. You can take it off. You can barbecue, whatever you want to do with it. You can do it, right? But you got to have with chicken. You got to have, whether you brine it or whatever you want to do. You got to have your batter right. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's your base, right? You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, hot or not, you got a base batter that is like, damn, this shit good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I say that on the podcast. Can I curse?
Yeah, you can. No, you fucking cuss as much as you want, man.
My bad. I just
good?
get into it.
Nah, you good. That's what it is. Yeah, let's do it.
So anyway, so that your base is good, right? And the thing with pizza is the base is the dough, the sauce, and the cheese, right? Mm-hmm. So once when we figured out that base was, the dough was crispy and it was good, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All right, so cool. Got the dough. Then we just started playing around with sauces and trying to get that formula right. Sauces, okay. The sauce and the dough together was good. Then we had played on all these cheeses. I mean, we had some of the strongest cheeses probably you could ever think of, man, and we were just tasting and just putting together. And we got this 5 cheese blend, and we put that together, and it was like, that's it. We can add any topping we want to that pizza. We know that cheese, that sauce, and that dough is the base. Yes. And that was the aha moment. So if anything, I guess the cheese pizza was like, all right, we got something.
Yeah, and then you could build on top of that however you want. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yep. So Slm Huskies, where does this name come from?
Man, it's an inside joke, but it ain't an inside joke anymore. But it was an inside joke between the three of us. Man, we always used to joke about just growing up. Clint, EJ was in. He was skinny dude. Mm-hmm. Me and Clint grew up husky. And growing up, with your parents, you going to shop for school clothes, and the slim kids. My brother was a slim dude, and he walk off with 6 pair of pants, 10 shirts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the husky section, looking at the pants with the elastic strap on it, and we'll talk a little bit more. So I walk out with 3 pair of pants, 6 shirts, and you know what I mean? Because it just wasn't, I guess a little bit extra fabric gonna cost you a little bit more. So.
Oh yeah.
But
you can't go to the men's yet. So your parents, so people out there that grew up with not that much money. So there's a husky section in there, but I'm in 8th grade and my mom didn't want to go to the men's section because it was too expensive. So, so you had to go to the husky section, but I was a skinny dude. So I know about the elastic, but my mom was like, you too tall to go for this section. You know what I mean? So you got to go to the husky.
Yeah, man. So that was the lick. So we just joke about that. Yeah. And man, one time, man, we was headed down to Atlanta actually to meet with somebody about a move. And man, we was just riding, just thinking of names, chilling. And just talking shit, and it just got quiet. And I was like, man, I got the name. Boom. We was pulling into a Wendy's, actually, of all places. And I was like, man, Slm Huskies. And it was like, damn, I like that. And I was, yeah, Slm Huskies, bro. So we got a slim piece of Husky pizza. You can get it however you want. There's a story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. And it was like boom. So we just stuck with the name and just ran with it, man.
Yeah. So to piggyback off of what you just said, what's the Slim Pizza different from the Husky Pizza? What's the difference?
Just size. I mean, you know,
Okay.
you can still pile it on. The Slim is the smaller piece, and the Husky is the larger piece, of course. You
Okay.
know what I mean? But, you know, shit. Some people make the Slim a Husky. You know what I mean? Depending
Okay.
on what they put on. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
you know, you got some folks coming there. They pile it on. They put all the meats, all the shrimp, all the salmon on it. You know what I mean? And you know, it's a Husky now. I don't know. You know, if y'all were coming trying to be health conscious, you lost because.
Yes.
So yeah, size, man. Shit.
Hey, so you said that you had 9 locations. How many do you have in the Nashville area? And where are the other? I know. Well, we're gonna get to the Sacramento one, so we can hold off on that one. Where are your other locations other than Sacramento?
So we got in Nashville, we have 2 actually on the same street. One is the dine in, the other one's to go.
Okay.
It was small. Our first one was a very small building, so we didn't have that delivery to go type of capacity. So we got 2 on the same street. So that's in on Buchanan in North Nashville. Then we got Antioch. We just opened Murfreesboro last Friday.
Okay.
Uh,
How's that going? I just opened the restaurant last Friday too.
Oh, did you? Yeah, congratulations, man.
Yeah, congratulations, brother.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's cool, man. It's good, man. You know, me and you, it must be going well because we sitting on the podcast. We ain't in the restaurant.
I did. This is my therapy session, man. I gotta get away.
You got time to get a therapy session in, right? So we doing all right. So,
yeah, we're doing all right.
So we got those. We got Murfreesboro, Atlanta, 2 on Buchanan, 1 in Memphis, 2 in Atlanta. Let's see, Sacramento. Feel like I'm missing one, but I don't think so. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I got them all.
Hey, to our 2 listeners out there, this is how you know this guy is doing his thing. He don't even know how many restaurants he got. I do the same shit too, man. I'm like, well, no, I do have it. I got a 3rd truck somewhere, you know.
Man, you know how it is. You know, shit just pile on, and it's just like, man, I don't know. I just know we working. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Get up in the morning, you grind. You go to sleep, get up in the morning, grind, and then do it all over again.
You ain't even keeping count. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just, I'm working.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we kind of got into this a little bit. So when you guys are expanding, you know, like you're all over Tennessee, 2 in Atlanta, why Sacramento? And I'm asking you this because I'm going the opposite way. So you come in here and I'm trying to get out. So why Sacramento?
Man, it was just a good fit, honestly. So man, we went out there, man, from one of our partners, and man, so y'all got to come to Oak Park. Y'all got to come see it. You got to come see it. Like, all right, man. We, kept putting it off, and then I was like, yo, I'm gonna come out there and see what it's talking about. I told EJ and Clem, I was like, man, I'm gonna just shoot out there and just see it. You know what I mean? I get out there and I start seeing like all these like Black-owned businesses. You know what I mean? Fixings, and then Old Soul, and then the barbershop, and then the Guild Theater, and then Oak Park Brewery, and all. I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like we always talk about in our community, like buying the block and putting our restaurants in our communities and bringing people to our communities versus us taking our dollar and going outside our communities and folks never coming to put the dollar back in our community, right? So I was like, dang, you know, I was inspired, you know,
Mm-hmm.
by that. And then we looked at the building. I was like, dang, you know, this could work at a big patio. You know, it's just had loads of potential.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, let's try it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Entrepreneur, you know how it is. It's like,
Yes.
man, everything doesn't have a rhyme or a reason to it. It don't always make sense.
You cannot be
You know,
scared. You cannot
yeah,
be
man,
scared.
man. My mom used to tell me if everybody thought it was a good idea, it's probably not a good idea. So
Mm-hmm.
you probably want to go with some. If you bring it to a group of people and they say, I don't know why you would want to do that. Why would you get a lot of doubts? It's like, that's the one. You need to go for that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the ones that stick. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, man. So it was like, man, let's try it, and we opened it up. You know, we opened it up during the pandemic. That was probably the hardest thing for us because, you know, I mean, you know how it is, man. If you're not from a place, it's even harder to like infiltrate the community and the culture
Mm-hmm.
when ain't nothing open. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it was open. Um, but you know, nonetheless, man, it's a great store.
Yeah. No, I looked at it. No, don't get me wrong. I looked at the location and I kicked myself when the pandemic hit because of that patio. I was like, God damn it. I should have. Hey man, yeah, great location.